I am so excited to welcome you to the Be Strong, Be You event. This event is specifically for you. 2020 took a toll on all of us, didn't it? And I think as women, we are the caretakers, we're the nurturers, and that comes at a price. We are the ones who are staying up late at night with a crying child. We are the ones that the girlfriend comes to when they need a shoulder to cry on. And we give our time, we give our energy, but too often we forget to recharge. I always say you can't pour from an empty vessel. This event is designed for you to fill that vessel up so that you can pour more of yourself into others, because you will be physically strong, emotionally strong, and mentally strong. So these next 2 days are full of education that will teach you how to take care of your physical body, how to take care of your mind and your heart. We've got skincare regimen to make sure you're feeling your best, but also so much inspiration that will really teach you how to be empowered as a woman in this day and age. So you're not going to want to miss this event. You're going to want to get rid of all the distractions in your life. Make sure you have a pen and paper, because the education we have presented today is going to be absolutely fantastic, that will carry you forward into the future. And it's not just today. We have one more day full of education for you. So be ready to take it all in. This is for you. We love you so much and are so grateful to bring this education to you. There are 3.7 billion women in the world. We come from different places. We have different talents and passions. Our stories make us who we are. So if there's one thing that I could think of that I would want all women to know, is to know that they have something of great value to offer the world, that they are beautiful, that they are amazing exactly the way they are. Each and every one of us have very individual gifts that have been given to only us. And when we embrace those gifts and recognize what they are, that's when we can really shine. And that's when we have something so magnificent to offer the world. There isn't a mold that is set for womanhood. I think sometimes we think that is the case, and we compare ourselves to others, thinking that we need to look a certain way or act a certain way or do certain things or have certain things, and that's so untrue. For some, their dream is to be a mom and to raise their children the very best way that they can. Other women feel fulfillment in being in the workplace and building a career. And what a wonderful thing that they can do that. Other women want to be entrepreneurs, but we all find a way to give back. What's most important is that we find what's authentic and true to us, and we live that to our full potential and to our full purpose. There is no mold. Women who feel empowered and understand their purpose. Be authentic, be courageous, and be bold. Be brave enough to be yourself and go after the things that bring you joy. Let your light shine. Chase after your dreams and have the courage to follow your passions. Because together, we can accomplish anything.
everyone, thanks for joining us. My name is Lixin. I'm with Kara and Michelle today, and I will be talking about emotional well-being and how to incorporate essential oils into our daily lives. Considering what we've been through and what we're still going through globally, this topic is really important, and I hope you will benefit from today's talk. So let's get straight into it. Hi, Kara. Thanks for being here with us. Please tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hi, Lixin. Hi, yes, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here and be part of this panel. And my name is Kara Blattman-Rock. I'm the founder of doTERRA in Israel, and I'm a platinum director. I've been with doTERRA for almost 12 years. I started originally in the United States, and then I've been in Israel for the past 8 years. And I love the gift of doTERRA. I was introduced to it from a good friend, and originally I was interested in the essential oils for the health of my family, mostly my children. I was pregnant with my second daughter, and I knew that I just wanted safe, effective, natural solutions to work with in the home to empower me as a mother and to empower our family's health with natural solutions that we could know worked and that were safe. Because at the time I was trained in Ayurvedic medicine and a yoga teacher and was playing with a lot of different remedies, but I wasn't certain that they were effective. And when I was introduced to the essential oils and started using them safely with my children, I just really felt the effectiveness and the safety, how safe they were for me and the children. So that was my first introduction. And then as we matured in our wisdom and knowledge of the oils, I started to really focus more on the oils with my well-being. And for me, it's not so much physical well-being, but it's more emotional well-being. I definitely had it down with how to use the oils for different physical things that came up with my children and emotional. But then I just saw how powerful they were for me in supporting my emotional health and my emotional well-being. And so I'm excited to be on this call to share our tips on how we take care of ourselves and our family's emotional well-being. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kara. That's beautiful. Yeah, we all love the oils and they have definitely changed our lives. Thank you so much for that. Hi, Michelle. It's great seeing you today.
Hi, thanks so much. So my name is Michelle Black. I've been using doTERRA oil since about 2016, and I discovered them when I was looking to incorporate more natural products into my home, especially as I had a little baby around at the time. She's much bigger now. and what I've discovered is how much more I started using the oils for their emotional support, for the way that they could support us emotionally. And so that's really the main way really that I use the oils for our overall wellness. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thank you, Michelle. So my name is Lixin, and I'm a wellness advocate and a gold leader from doTERRA. I'm a mum of one. She's 9 years old this year, and three of us, a little family. We live in northwest of UK. We started using the essential oils back in 2016. We were actually abroad, so we were living abroad for 2 years. I wanted to find some natural remedies so that I could look after my family, my child especially, using natural ways. And ever since then, our life had completely changed. And because of the oils, we started focusing a lot on self-care, and we moved towards a much healthier lifestyle. So And then we just feel great about ourselves. And, my relationship with my husband has improved so much, and we have become such a close family because of the oil. So yeah, we're so grateful for, that we've actually met the oils. So today's topic is emotional support. And I think self-care is everything. Do you agree with me, Kara?
I do. I think self-care is such an important topic, and it's one of my favorite topics, and something that I think women and mothers miss a lot. But I feel like we're going into this time where it's what people are talking about, and it's okay to focus on self-care and on your well-being, and it's not looked at as selfish.
Definitely not. Definitely not. I think mothers nowadays, we have to look after so much. We've got our jobs, and we have to look after the family, and there's so many chores around the house as well. Now the kids back at home, and we have to look after them during the day while trying to work. So I think, yeah, definitely self-care is so important, especially if we have like 10-20 minutes in the night that we can do something for ourselves. That makes a massive difference. I feel like, self-care, it brings focus back to ourselves and make us feel more pleasant at present and feel more grounded. So every day in the morning, I always remind myself this question: am I projecting positive energy into the world? Because that's so important. Only when we're positive, we can change the vibe around us, and we can make people feel more relaxed and, grounded around us. So yeah, let's talk about the daily routines. I think having a healthy emotional well-being is all into our daily habits. So Michelle, what are your morning routines like? And can you share some tips with us and how you start a day strong?
Of course. I just on self-care, it's so, as mothers, we need to be able to pour from a full cup. The saying is you can't pour from an empty cup. And self-care just gives us that opportunity to fill our cups a bit more, especially when we're trying to support and nurture the rest of the family. So in the morning, one of the first things I do, so I co-sleep with my two children, age 7 and soon to be 2. So my morning usually starts with one of them waking up. And one of the biggest gifts I've started giving myself is just placing my hand on my heart and taking a few deep breaths and just becoming present with myself so that I can then be present with them. One of the best blends that I find is balance. Just to start, it's such a grounding blend. And I just find that it's such an incredible way to start the day from a grounded space. And if I was to, another blend that I really love, just to get everyone going, is Elevation. And I know, Kara, you were saying that you really digging Elevation at the moment, right? And I love that blend. It just feels positive. There's just something about that blend that just makes me feel positive, and I'm like, yes, let's do this. What did you have to say about Elevation, Kara?
My favorite morning routine, and something that I feel proud of and consistent with, is that I wake up relatively early and consistently every morning. And the first thing is my morning routine. I like to splash cold water on my face. In Ayurveda, there's a tradition of 7 times splashing cold water on your face with your eyes open. And then after that, I do use the doTERRA essential skincare on my face. And then the oils that I love to include in my skincare is rose, magnolia, and frankincense touch. So I just roll them all on: rose first, then frankincense, and then magnolia, and then just rub them in and smell the beauty of that combination. Florals are known for their calming ability and just their uplift, that they produce just these emotions and well-being of feeling calm, beautiful, kind, positive. So I love starting my day with the floral oils on my face. And then with a little bit of the doTERRA lotion, I add a drop of Elevation, which is my mood oil for the day, keeping me elevated, positive, passionate, motivated. And I rub it over the back of my neck and my arms and across my chest, and just smell that beautiful combination of oils. And that's how I start my day. And then I am in love with the movement of yoga. So I do an hour or more of yoga every day. I go do it here at my home, or I have a personal practice, and we're lucky and fortunate enough to have a studio that is open that we can go to during this time. So movement, I feel, is so important for everyone during this time, to do yoga or at home, or if there's a place that you can go to, or get outside and go for a walk or run. It's just so important to quiet our minds and move our bodies and start our day with movement and oils. So that's my morning routine.
I love doing my meditation first thing in the morning before I even got out of bed. When I do my meditation, I use guided because I'm still not great at it. I'm still practicing, just to try to start the day more grounded and more present. And during the meditation, I love using sandalwood. It's so grounding. Yeah. Every time I use sandalwood, it reminds me of going to the temple when I was young. So I use that for 10 minutes. I started to do a little bit longer, slowly, and I can get to about half an hour now. And then after that, I will have some warm water. It's my mom taught me, it's better to drink warm water than cold water in the morning. So then I have a couple of drops of citrus oil, and it tastes really refreshing. I like to do a bit of movement and stretching as well in the morning. And when I do that, I use our Breathe blend. We call it Air in the UK. And again, that smells really refreshing. So, in the morning, I'm just trying to stay positive and grounded to start with. So I avoid watching news and reading news, and sometimes I listen to podcasts, so feel positive and energetic straight away in the morning. So and then when I started working, I love using Motivate. Motivate is just so energizing and really made me feel like I want to focus. And sometimes throughout the morning, I take regular breaks. I have 10 minutes break after every 15 minutes, just to give me a little bit of time to refocus, get more clear in my head. And I love using my planner as well, because as a mom and a working mom as well, putting everything on paper, it helps me to unload my mind and knowing exactly what I'm doing that day. So yeah, that's my how I win my day, having a good morning routines. So yeah, after a busy morning, sometimes we need to re-energize, don't we? Get to after having lunch and feel a little bit. So what do you do to pick yourself up again, Kara, in the afternoon?
Oh, my afternoon routine, that's a good question, is one of my newest blends that I love, and I know they have it. It came out in the US first, and now it's in the UK and pretty much all over the world, is the Adaptive blend. I love the Adaptive blend. Again, I put a drop in my hand and smell it for like 2 or 3 minutes. I love this routine of just taking a drop, rubbing it in my hand, and then breathing it out, and then breathing it in. And I sit there for 2 to 3 minutes, so it feels like a little kind of renewed meditation, renewed clarity and focus. And then whatever's left on my hand, I take it to the back of my neck, because we've learned in different studies that the limbic brain, which is the back of the spine and the back of the skull, is connected to your emotional body. So I like to just give it a little stimulation and add a little bit of a topical application of the oil. I love the adaptive in the diffuser too, so the whole house can benefit from just, I feel like it's such a well-rounded blend because it has lavender, which is calming, and then it has some spice oil, some minty oils, which is stimulating for the afternoon, helping you to feel energized. It has citrus oils in it for that positive feeling, and so I just feel like it hits all those areas, calm, positive, and clear.
Yeah, definitely. I'm a big fan of adaptive as soon as it was released, because unlike other calming oils, adaptive actually make you feel like you can focus. Because some calming oils can make you feel too relaxed, and if you need to carry on work in the afternoon, adaptive and it's brilliant. And I love using in tune as well. And my daughter uses it in tune. Before she does her maths, she put in tune behind her ears and the back of her neck as well, just to give a little bit support. And then after a few hours working at your desk, sometimes your shoulders can feel a bit tight, can't it? So I use aroma touch and marjoram, just give it a little rub and just to relax a little bit and then carry on again. How about you, Michelle? What do you do in the afternoon for a little pick me up?
So one of the first experiences I ever had with the oils was wild orange and peppermint. And I just found that was so amazing for just, it was such an uplifting blend, peppermint with wild orange, and that stuck with me. So it was probably, it's 7, going on for 7, well, no, my maths is totally off, 5 years ago now that I first experienced that, and that has just stayed with me all these years. I always remember when I had an office job when there was like a 2 o'clock slump, and it was either our manager would always go, okay, who's doing a coffee run and who wants white chocolate? That was like what in our office job, that was what was the thing that perked us up again, caffeine and white chocolate. And now I'm so grateful that I've got this amazing natural alternative in wild orange and peppermint, because it's just so great for that. And you were speaking about Intune, that your daughter's using Intune. My daughter loves her kids collection, and Thinker is her favorite blend, especially now that we're doing home learning. There you go.
Our kids, my daughter loves this kit. She's taking control of her own emotional support. Sorry, Michelle, you were saying.
So she loves using Thinker to support her with her learning at home. And I have to use it too because I'm supporting her with that. So I need to stay motivated there as well and get my thinking cap on very often. And also I love the Aroma Touch blend. It's one of the first blends that I really fell in love with because it has basil, and basil's my favorite oil. And then I also love using the Deep Blue blend just to soothe the shoulders and just bring a bit of softness to it after it's been contracted for long periods. And then we love a dance party in our home to energize us. And so that's when, and the children just seem really drawn to the citrusy oil. So that's when Citrus Bliss will come out, or Cheer, and just we'll have all our happy vibe dance songs on, and then just bring some energy to our afternoon.
Yeah, I'm just diffusing the Citrus Bliss as well. It's so sweet, it's beautiful. And I agree with you, Michelle. Kids love citrus oils. They're just easier to accept. Because some oils, they can smell a little bit different. And citrus oil, that just reminds them of sunshine, really. Do you go out Can you go out where you are, Kara? Because in the UK, sometimes now we have to go out for a little stroll in the afternoon just to get that movement in and feel more energized.
Yes, so that's the interesting and somewhat craziness of this times is that everywhere in the world it's slightly different in the protocols of how we can be out social, be social and be out in our community. And I really feel like we're all struggling, our children especially, and even ourselves, of we're just human beings, are social people, and we really do have a need for community. And so this entire almost year has been a real struggle of keeping this in place for ourselves, and a lot of us haven't been able to. And so there's a real feeling of isolation and how that affects our emotional being. So luckily, we're currently in the United States temporarily. We've been here since July, and we live in New Mexico, which is a very large state with lots of outdoors. So we are able to get outside. Our winters can be cold, but there's always sunshine. It shines like 360 days of the year. There's always sun, which is different than the UK. I'm so sorry. and so even if it's cold, it's sunny. And so we do get out and walk quite a bit as a family. And the kids are outside a lot, thank God. And I think that that's so important as part of as those wellness tips, and one of those tools for us is getting out into the sun and taking that break, with or without oil, and just letting the sun shine on your face and feel it on your arms if you can. Really, let go of some layers and take a walk out in nature, which is another amazing tool, is that nature therapy. There's so many videos on it of just being immersed in nature is like slathering balance all over you. It's just like being out in the woods among the trees is so important.
I want to be where you're at, Kara. That sounds amazing because it's freezing here. But it's still great to get some fresh air, even we don't get loads of vitamin Ds because we take supplements daily for our well-being. So I'm not feeling too bad. But we do like to go out, especially up the hills. We live quite near to countryside. So a walk up the countryside takes about 10 minutes. And when I get up the hill, I just feel like whatever issues I'm facing, they're just tiny, really, really small. So we love to breathe in that fresh air, the trees and leaves, and see the little, see all the sheep eating grass. It just, it just gives us a bit more mental clarity and a bit more space to think as well when we get home after a walk. So yeah, that's really a grounding thing for us to do. So when we get to the
Sorry, I was going to say it's so important to just get out into nature when one can, right? We're really fortunate. We live it's a 5-minute walk down to the beach where we live. So.
Oh, very nice.
And then it's a short drive to the forest. So we take advantage of that because often I remember living in South Africa and moving to London. I never appreciated the beach as much as I did when I was living in London and couldn't access it. And that's when the decision was made, right? We're moving back to the beach and we are going to appreciate it this time and really, get that fresh air, get the sun, just get as much of that nature as possible, because who knows when we'll be told we can't go out again and do these kind of things.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think fresh air and the vitamin D's from the sun is so important. Get to the evening self-care routines. This is my favorite part because that's the time that I can spend with my family. So Michelle, what do your evening self routines look like?
So as we're leading up to bedtime, I'll probably put an oil like I Love Peace in the diffuser. We use in the bedrooms, we'll have Serenity. That's one of our favorites. And then with bath time, so I mix. I tend to mix whatever blend of oils I'm feeling is necessary for that time. So last night, for example, it was a blend of vetiver, cedarwood, juniper berry, and lavender, and that's what I mixed in for the oils for the children in a carrier oil, and that's what they had in their post-bath mummy massage.
Oh, nice.
For the children as well. Touch is so important. It's just another way of demonstrating, I love you. I'm going to give you this gift of massage and time together. I love, I will often use, after I've washed my face and I've brushed my teeth with my On Guard toothpaste. I love yarrow palm at night on my face. I just
Heavenly.
luxurious, and I just feel like if ever there was a way of saying to yourself, you are worthy, it's giving yourself a little massage with yarrow palm, on your face. So those are a few of the ways that we kind of bring in our evening routine.
That's beautiful. I love the blend you used last night. To be honest, I haven't used juniper berry that much. So yeah, thanks for the tips. I'm going to start using it tonight. Family time in the evenings, the first thing I do is to remove my computer, remove my phone, so that I can be present, because sometimes it's hard to know when to switch off after a whole day of work. And then on my phone, I've got alarm set, so then when it's the last social media or message check, we have to be so disciplined just, to reduce that screen time for us and for our daughter as well. And in the evenings, I completely agree with Michelle, that connection, that touch with our children is so important. Every night I will give her like a proper massage on her chest, on her back, and at the bottom of her feet. And I use this that children's kit as well. That's hers, and she owns it, and she loves using Karma, and it smells gorgeous, really, really beautiful. And yeah, it's beautiful. Even I use it. And my another favorite is Serenity. You can't beat it. Serenity, as soon as you smell it, it just makes you feel so relaxed. One of my self-care, apart from doing all this for my daughter and my husband, I love doing the dry body brushing. I don't know if you tried it. I love using Smart and Sassy. I think it is called differently in America, called Slim and Sassy. And I love using Cypress as well for that. And just spending 5 to 10 minutes doing that, I just feel like every inch of my skin and my body is loved. And it completely just made me feel like self-love and self-worth. And after that, I would do a complete skincare. I love yarrow palm. I make spray with that using some aloe vera liquid and some other oils, and then do my skincare for my body as well. I love using that beautiful body spray. That's just gorgeous. And every time I use that, I just feel like, oh God, I love myself. So yeah, that's I actually like doing yoga in the afternoons as well. What is it called? Hatha Yoga. Yeah, Hatha Yoga. I'm not great at it. I'm not like really flexible. So I like to do calming and easier yoga to start with, and I use my yoga collection, and I use it at the beginning, during, and after, and it's a beautiful they are beautiful oils, and they smell really different from the others as well. And I just put them on the bottom of my feet, and it will make my practice feel a lot more pleasant as well. So how about you, Kara? Share your routines with us.
My evening routine, kind of like, when does the evening start? We can talk about like dinner time. So I do want to talk about just the kind of pre-dinner time, because my husband and I do something that I feel like might be unique and helpful for people, is that because we're apart during the day, even if we're in the home working, we're focused on our individual work, and the kids are on their Zoom calls and their school. So we do, prior to dinner, we do let the kids get on like a little show or some type of entertainment, so that my husband and I can come together and have like a little home date night, where we check in, just sit there with a glass of wine or even just a sparkling soda, and just catch up and talk about the day, or maybe things that are needing to be decided on together. And so prior to that, I like to just refresh with my favorite like evening perfume for just feeling like a beautiful, mature woman and adult is Whisper. I love Whisper. And I usually use a little bit of the coconut oil and just one drop of the Whisper and spread it. My favorite area is to spread oils back of my neck and across the top of my chest, this décolleté area, and just smell it. And then it just feels like we're on a date, even though we haven't left the house. Maybe put a little bit of lip gloss on and a new pair of earrings, and just sit there and have a little glass of wine or even a sparkling soda, and just enjoy our time together. And the kids are happy to have that little moment of just vegging out in front of a cute show together. And then, because I have 4 kids, and then, then at dinner time, we all come together as a family, turn everything off, get off of the screens and the computers and the phones, and have a nice dinner together. So that's that part of the evening. And then going into the evening where we're really starting to shut down is the kids collection. Thank God for the kids collection. We love it. My 3-year-old has claimed it as hers, and she allows us to use it. And
Of course it's hers.
right. So she's happy that we want to use it. And so my kids are really concerned with sleeping well and not having any scary dreams. So I do a combination of the brave with the calmer and the steady. And we just like roll it on their head to their temples, and a little bit on their sternum and their chest here. And then we do all three: brave, steady, calmer. And then if I feel like there might be some little bacteria or some viruses going around, I'll put the stronger into that blend as well. And I just think that the children's collection oils are just so nurturing and so gentle and so beautiful and just really, really effective. So that's my routine for 4 children. So then after that's done, I get to myself and it's my skincare. I just love to nurture myself through my skin, and doing the nighttime routine with the skincare. And then I do a slightly different combination of love the yarrow palm, would not miss a night without yarrow palm. It just is so nurturing, and it feels like you said, Michelle, like you're giving yourself a facial massage with that beautiful oil. And then I do the rose again, and then I bring in jasmine at night, and I put the jasmine on my skin at night. As we know, you don't want to put it on if you're going to go out into the sun, so I use it. But it's wonderful for the skin. And this flower is just such a oil for positive, bringing up your positive side, but also just your confidence as a woman, your beauty as a woman, like feeling and embracing your beauty and your confidence and your sexuality, which I think is so important for our emotional health. Like, we're these living organisms, and our confidence, our beauty, our positivity, our kindness is so important to embrace and bring out in ourselves, so that we can pass it on and inspire our children and our friends to do the same. And I think jasmine is one of those oils that really reminds me, like, these are the qualities that I want to embrace and inspire and grow in myself. And so I do that every night and think that way, like beauty, confidence, kindness, inspiration.
I completely agree. I love jasmine and rose. In the evenings before, well, during doing the self-care, after the toner, I just put a layer of the jasmine touch on my face, and straight away when you smell that aroma, it just makes you feel like you're worth so much, and you got that love for yourself. I don't know what it is. It's the magic of jasmine. It just makes me feel so special. And then I use rose as well because it's got the highest vibration compared to all the other oils. And certain mornings when you don't feel yourself as much, then I'll draw a little heart shape with a touch bottle over my heart, and that makes, I don't know, might be the gesture, might be the aroma, it just makes me feel a bit more confidence. I love the floral oils. I didn't used to. They've grown on me. I actually really love tree oils as well because they really ground me and they smell gorgeous. Like you were saying, after the skincare, then you get into the actual bedtime routine, and I love using the oils 30 minutes before bedtime, actually going to bed, so the room, the bedding, everything is actually filled with the smell that we like. And I love vetiver. I love patchouli, black spruce. I love black spruce. I think it's the story how doTERRA actually sourced the oil is so touching. The video actually on YouTube if anybody's interested. And I love ylang ylang. And I agree with your whisper. Doesn't it make you feel so feminine? That oil is beautiful. And my favorite at the minute is forgive. It's beautiful, and I think sometimes as mother we have mummy guilt, and you feel like, you feel like you've not done enough, or did I speak a bit too loud today to her? And then forgive. When I smell it, I feel like I put my hand on my heart. Forgive myself. I've done my best, and I forgive other people if I get a little bit annoyed with them. And it's definitely my favorite oil for the night as well. And I mean, apart from all these routines, me, my husband and my daughter, we all take supplements daily as well. And I think for emotional and physical well-being, it's so important to give our body what it needs. So we take Lifelong Vitality and Terrazyme daily, and some other vitamins as well. And my daughter, she loves taking the multivitamins, the fish oil, omega-3, and what's the other one? Probiotics, PB Assist Junior. So, we make sure that she feels healthy, feels like she can do anything she wants, and she's protected in a way with all these natural remedies. How about you, Kara? Have you got any other tips for our viewers?
Yes, we're big fans and users of the vitamins and that doTERRA provides. And it's so interesting to know that that's one of their best-selling products, even over these amazing oils, is their supplements. And I love that you can get, with consistency in taking them, they have some of the oils in the supplements. So you're, taking the oils in a safe and way with your vitamins. And the kids love the probiotic Junior. They feel it's like their candy for the day. And so, our biggest things is I love the combination of oils and movement. I think it's so important. I do yoga and teach yoga, so that's like my main form of movement. And we live in a beautiful area, so we push the kids, if they want to get onto the screen that night, they have to go for a walk. And there's a nice little routine that they can do safely and by themselves too. And oftentimes we have them do it together. I think in this time, like, there's plenty of opportunities for us to come together as a family and get closer, but there's lots of opportunities for arguing and fighting. And I think all real families have both of those going on every day. And one of our biggest stresses in this time is that we're together so much, and there tends to be a lot of fighting among the children. And so, and I know other families that have kids, that's their main thing. And so we're constantly having like moments to check in and say, how can we be kinder to each other? And that's our biggest focus, is just kindness, and it starts first in our home, and how can we be kinder to each other. And one of the activities that we are implementing is that the kids go for a walk together without us, without the parents. Like, they go for a walk together and start to develop their relationships with each other outside of us, and practice that kindness and taking care of each other on that walk. So for anybody that needs that tip, try it. It's been working well.
Oh, I feel like my job is much easier. I only got the one. We have different challenges. My daughter, because she's very sociable, so most days she really misses her friends, like this morning, and then she needed some emotional support. So I think when I have challenge like that, and I would just talk to her, be present, look her into her eyes. Sometimes she doesn't need me to talk to her much. She just needs a big hug. She just needs attention. So most of the time, I really want to give her that, and I want her to know that I love her. Her daddy loves her, and then we're there for her. Whenever she needs us, we will stop what we're doing and spend time with her, and that's so important, that she knows that we are there when she doesn't feel safe, because what's going on around the world at the minute. And yeah, so but compared to your job, Karen, my job is so much easier. But it's so touching to know that your kids actually go out by themselves and build that relationships. That's really beautiful. How about you, Michelle? Have you got any extra tips for our viewers?
Well, I think as you guys have mentioned earlier, these are really challenging times. And what we found ourselves asking a lot was, are you okay? And there are times when, well, it's quite obvious that when you're looking at the other person, well, they're not okay. So the question just started feeling so redundant. And we've now reframed that to, what do you need right now? And that's just been a game changer, because it's like, I need a hug, I need some space, I need 5 minutes by myself, I need to not be doing schoolwork right now, I need to be dancing, I need to go outside, so it's, are you okay? Yes. But I can see you're not okay. What do you need? And I find, like, my daughter goes, what do you need right now, Mom? And I'm like, could I have a hug, please?
I love that. That's a game changer.
It's really beautiful in how it's changed and shaped things for us since we've brought that in. Yeah. And I just love that I can choose. I can take an essential oil and I can put it in my so I'm either using jojoba, rosehip, or avocado oil as my carrier oil for moisturizing my skin in the mornings after my shower. And I can choose an oil and decide, right, okay, so based on what's been happening, I want an oil that's going to promote feelings of calmness, or I feel like I need some motivation based on the way I woke up this morning. So I get to use my oils as the stimulus for that, and to promote and help generate those feelings. And every hug that I give, I'm helping to support my family in the same way. So it's a bit of a cheat, but it's such a good way to cheat.
There's just such beautiful gifts, and once we have in our home. I can't imagine how we actually used to cope without them, They're just so handy, and you can incorporate them into most of the daily activities and habits in our lives. And I love that, Michelle, because most of the time when people ask you, are you okay? Automatically you say, yeah, I'm fine. We're taught to be strong. We're taught to be positive. So when people ask you, are you okay? Very rarely you say no, unless it's your husband. I'm not okay.
Or the other question is, what's wrong? And automatically, nothing's wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
See, there's a problem here. What do you need? That's supportive. What's wrong is not supportive. Are you okay is not supportive. Yeah.
That we were brought together to share and teach the viewers that are going to be watching this, but how much we've learned from each other. And that's the beauty of doTERRA and this community. Like every time I get together with any new person or just my community that I support, I'm just always in awe and grateful for the people that come to doTERRA and how we're so open to growing and being better and just fulfilling these dreams and visions and potential. And that's what I love about these oils and the essential oils, is that I just felt like it was this whole kit of empowerment was given to me, of empowering my choices of how I take care of myself and my family. And Laura Jacobs, she's a double presidential diamond in the US, talks about how with a kit and a book, you can solve almost 80% of home health care problems and come up with 80% of the solutions in your home for you and your family. And I just think it's so true. Like, we feel so empowered, our entire family, my husband, all of our kids. We just reach for the oils for practically everything. And during this time, it's so important to have these tools. And I feel proud and honored to be part of this community and part of this company and part of this vision. And it just inspires me to get it out there more to more people.
Yeah, definitely, Kara, because the community, the oils have definitely getting me through these tough times, because, I talk to my doTERRA family every single day in the UK, abroad. We have doTERRA UK Facebook groups that, constantly you have people to talk to. And I don't feel lonely or, feel like I'm on my own, even though there's nobody around me. And I feel like I'm so supportive. And, if we feel any discomfort, and, if we need any emotional support, they're just around us, or everything is around us. We got the oils in the front room, the kitchen, the bathroom, the bedrooms, wherever you go, you've got these little gifts that's been given to us by doTERRA. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
So I don't think that we could, I certainly would be doing our viewers a disservice if I didn't mention Carrie Calm. For just enhancing one's mood and supporting us women through all periods during the month, when things may be feeling a bit awry, or when some emotions might be feeling particularly intense. I find Clary Calm very supportive for that.
Yeah, I love that as well. It's really potent, it's beautiful. Yeah. Okay, so I think we now come to the end of the talk. So thanks everyone for joining us today, and I hope you've learned a lot from our panel, Michelle, Kara, and myself. And it's been so much fun talking to you ladies today. I've learned so much as well. Like what Kara was saying, every time you talk to another doTERRA family member, you always learn so much, because everybody has their own ways using the oil. So yeah, thank you so much. It's been fun.